Hey, what's going on, man? It's Jason Capital, America's honest dating coach, and it is fantastic to see you. I hope you're doing amazing. I'm doing pretty damn good myself. We got a question to answer today, so let's jump right into it. So today's question I'm going to take from the comment section on a previous YouTube video. Comes from, well, his name is LOL Haha Dead. Okay, LOL Haha Dead. Solid name. His avatar is Iron Man, so I'm going to not deduct points for the strange YouTube name. I'm just gonna get into the question. He goes, badass question for you, JC. Very bold of you. Call your shot. I like it. He goes, how do you actually free flow talking without thoughts? Like, how do you get into that state and prime yourself to stay in that state all the time while still saying quality shit and not blabbering pointless words that aren't even English? All right, dude, so you ask a really good question, one that I think a lot of guys deal with, right? Because here's the thing. We can talk all day about here's a great banter line, here's a great disqualifying line, here's a great way to spark up that girl's attraction, here's a really good way to start up a really good, deep, emotional, a romantically connecting, emotionally connecting conversation with the girl. We can talk about all these lines and I can give them to you, but we all know in real life, it's not like you just say a line and then she drops to her knees and takes your manhood like it has this, like she's in a desert and it's gonna somehow like hydrate her back to safety. Like, that's not how real things work. That's not how real communication with women works, right? The lines are good, but you can't just do lines, right? There's just a lot of good talking. It's gotta be that good vibe where you're not really worried about what you're saying. The jokes and the stories and the little comments are just coming, and her stories and her little questions and the things she says back are just coming. It's got that nice kind of masculine, feminine flow to it. That's what these attractive conversations and these deep connections are really fueled by. Now, that begs the question though, how do you get to that point? And how are you there all the time? Because it's not just you want to get there with women, you want to get there with friends and with business, with everything. So I hope to help you a little bit here today. In fact, I'm going to guarantee that I'm going to help you here today. All right, so what you're looking for, let's just start with the big idea is this, all right? You're looking for the $1 million mouthpiece. Just remember that. Remember that, okay? The $1 million mouthpiece. You want to have a $1 million mouthpiece. You want to be able to just keep talking and saying words and know how to say them in a way that people are attracted to and people are inspired by and people gravitate to and people give their attention towards, and they want to hear what you have to say next. And the words just keep flowing and going, right? You could sell anyone. You could sell fucking ice to an Eskimo should you need to. That's that $1 million mouthpiece. We all know guys and even some girls who have that, all right? Fortunately, most people today don't have that at all, okay? And I can say that because I used to be one of them. When I was younger, I was very quiet. I saw a comment the other day where some guy was like, well, of course you know how to get girls. Like, you're fucking young, you're rich, you're good looking, you're jacked, you're confident. And I realized, yeah, I don't tell I don't share my story enough. Like, when I started, broke, super skinny, girls didn't think I was attractive, and super shy. I'd go to a party and I'd stand in a corner. I wouldn't talk to anyone, right? Because I was nervous, or I was introverted, or I was scared, or I was afraid of being rejected. Whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter, right? So I know exactly what this is like. And here's what I realized back then, and here's what I want you to realize in this moment right now, if I can help you. If you don't get this, then nothing I say here further on in this video is going to be of value to you. So you need to get this now. Here it is. You always have things to say. You just stop yourself from saying them. I'm going to repeat that because it's so beautiful. All right. You always have things to say. You just stop yourself from saying them. Think about it. Right? Think about it. Don't you always have thoughts going on in your head? You have thoughts in your head all the time. You're not Buddha. You're not Lazu. Right? You're not the body dharma. Like, you haven't achieved enlightenment yet, bro. You still got thoughts just like the rest of us. You still have things going on up here. Your issue is the things going on up here, and in here, you don't let them get expressed through here. You put up a block. You put up a filter. You are inhibited. You have standards about what you think is okay to say and what can't be said. And this rule, this idea of this is good and this if it's above this line, you can say it, and if it's below this line, you can't say it. That one differentiation point in your brain, which, by the way, who taught you that? Did Jason Capital teach you that? Fuck no, he didn't teach you that. Who taught you that? That's right, parents and teachers and mainstream media, right? And I'm not saying that it's 100% their fault and they're the total enemy who made you to this point where you can't talk to girls and people the way you want to, but they played a big fucking role. But let's not get mad at them, right? Like Frank Sinatra said, right? The best revenge is massive success. Let's just get really fucking good at talking so we can sell ice to an Eskimo, we can sell cock to a lesbian, right? We can do whatever, okay? So I want you to join us in the London Bridge Club. All right, if you've seen my video, What to Say, then you already know what I'm talking about. It's been viewed, I think, over 100,000 times. But listen, London Bridge, what do you know about London Bridge? Right, London Bridge fell down. Right, we all know that. London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge has fallen. Your standards for what is appropriate to say in a conversation and what's not good enough to say, you can tell this story, but you can't tell this story because this one makes you look cool and this one doesn't really have a point. Done. That standard, like London Bridge, has fallen down. Now you are at a wonderful, freeing place in life where now you can just, you can just speak, you can just express, you can just be, and you can be exactly who you want to be. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. The stories you want to tell, share them. The jokes you want to make them. The commands you want to give them. The people you want to lead them. All right, you now have, in fact, I got an invisible card for you. You see this card? It says, you are a proud card-carrying member of Team Capital and the London Bridge Conversation Club. And as I move my hands closer to the screen, it goes right onto your, boom. Now it's your card. All right, you're a card-carrying member of the London Bridge Club of Conversation, where we say whatever the fuck we want to say. Do you realize a minute ago, I made a joke about selling cock to a lesbian? Do you think I planned that? No. Do you think if I had a filter of things I'm allowed to say and things I'm not allowed to say that I would have ever said that? Of course not, right? The reason I'm able to say these things and make these jokes and tell these stories and mesmerize people should I need to is because I have no fucking filter anymore. I am not politically correct. I am fully badass. And there's a big fucking difference. And the guys who are fully badass and high status and dominant in their lives, dominating their path, they're the ones who are fucking all pussy. Let that sink in for a second, all right? Look at what I just said, fucking all the pussy. Can't say that, fuck you, of course I can. What do you want to say? Who do you want to be? What kind of stories do you want to tell? What kind of friends do you want to have? What kind of bullshit will you not put up with anymore? If you keep going the way you're going, where things you're allowed to say, and things you're not allowed to say, and you have to filter yourself, you're gonna be a fucking inhibited, suppressed, unattractive little bitch your entire life. And that's not who you are. That's who the world and mainstream media and politically correct bullshit wants you to be, because you're easier to manipulate and control if you are that person. But if you're you, if you're raw, if you're real, if you're your own fucking man, they can't control you. They can't fucking touch you. And you know what happens when they can't touch you and they can't control you? They're fucking scared of you because they're not real themselves. They're fake. They're playing characters. All right? They're being who others expect them to be instead of who their heart wants them to be. So when they see someone who's being exactly who he is, 100% Jason, 100% you, scares them, right? Because you are projecting now. You are now showcasing to them who they could have been if they hadn't been such little bitches themselves. All right, so it's time to drop the fake you. It's time to start being the real you. It's time to drop that filter between what's going on up here and what's coming out up here, and what you're feeling in here and what's coming out there. It's time to drop the filter. And of course, here's the thing. As you get started doing this, some of the shit you're gonna say is gonna suck. All right, you're gonna fucking suck. You're gonna say some dumbass shit. You're gonna think like in your head it sounded good, and you knew Jason dropped the filter. I just say it, free flowing verbal of the mouth. I just blah blah blah. I just fucking verbal gold. I just free associate. And the shit at first, some of it's gonna suck. All right, you're gonna make a joke. No one's gonna laugh. But here's the best part. Okay, your mouth is not like a poker table where you get a certain amount of chips. All right, your mouth can just keep going. So you say something that's not funny. Guess what? You could just speak again. You could just, you could say whatever the fuck you want to say. I've been talking to girls in conversations, hot fucking girls that you see on Instagram with hundreds of thousands of followers that every guy fucking jerks off to, whatever the fuck they do with these girls. And I'm going to be talking to them. And I'll just be like, like what? I'm like, sorry, I just do that every few minutes. Like, you're going to have to get used to it, or you can stand over that. Like, it doesn't matter. And here's the thing. People don't care what you say so much about your content as they do about the person saying it, his status, his framing, his context, his celebrity, his authority, his dominance, his buzz, his pre-selection. All these things matter so much more. The words are just a little, they're like asparagus. What I'm talking about here is fucking steak. So when you say your words, if you are coming out like you like what you're saying and you're proud of what you're saying and you're just confident in the way you say it, it doesn't matter if you say some dumb shit like fucking pepperoni pizza is weird and I watched Barney when I was 4. Like it, as long as you're saying it confidently, they don't really hear the words so much as they feel your confidence. They feel your status. They fucking feel your dominance. And it's just reps from there. It's just fucking reps, right? It's just practice. Once you get this, you start practicing. And then, like I'm saying, like you'll say some dumb shit at first, and pretty soon there'll be a lot less dumb shit and a lot more good shit. And of course, if you want better things to say, things that you like more of, not you're trying to fucking meet anyone's expectations or impress anyone but yourself. But if you want better material that impresses yourself, that pumps your own state, then read better books, watch more of my fucking videos, read my fucking newsletter every day. I don't know what the fuck you're not on Dominate Life Daily. You should be reading it every single day. Read biographies of people you admire. Learn interesting stories. See interesting things. Visit interesting museums. Fill your brain with better shit so when you just free flow, better shit comes out. But it's not better shit for others. It's better shit for who? That's right, motherfucker. For yourself. Done.